Welcome back. I'm Yogita, continuing this learning session. Subject is psychiatric nursing and topic is psychiatric emergencies. We already discussed like list of psychiatric emergencies and suicide. Now let me continue that remaining aspects. The other condition of psychiatric emergency is aggressive behavior or violent. Okay. Now, what is this aggressiveness? Here, person will be having excessive of anger. They're too aggressive that it's difficult for us to manage them. They're having delusion, thoughts. They will be very violent in their nature. It's too difficult for us to manage. The reason may be because of some psychiatric conditions like schizophrenia, manic episodes, or person had a personality disorders. Because of that, they're very aggressive in nature, conduct disorders, or else they had what is that hyperactive behavior. Because of that, also they become very aggressive. Now how do we manage? See, usually when person is very aggressive, violent in the house, we want to take the patient to the hospital. Definitely what these family members do means they will tie the patient like animals, then they'll get them to the hospital. Now here when we receive the patient, we will release the patient, will enter the patient, so that we'll provide a good calm and quiet environment to them. So we'll treat them like a human beings. If the person is more violent, in that case it's too difficult for us to handle. We will sedate the patient. We can give one diazepam 10 to 20 mg, so that will make the person to sleep. Now let us collect the detailed history from relatives. What happened from when onwards. Detail of physical examination and history collection can be done this time. And we will provide a calm and quiet room to the patient. Then slowly we will approach the patient, we'll speak to them, we'll explore them, we'll make them to answer few questions. When they are like they're normal, yeah, when we feel that yes, we can approach to them. It's very important that we will have a safe room, a safe environment. Don't leave any sharp instruments, drug, medicine tray, a trolley, or any scissor, any sharp items in patient unit, because there is a chance that person may harm himself, yeah, harm the nurses, those who are going to help him out. Well, next is immediately don't approach the patient from his back, or don't touch the patient immediately. If they have a delusional disorder, then they'll become really panic and they may attack back. So that can also happen. In case if you find that person is not dressed well, then we'll provide the dress to a patient, so that will make a patient take bath, maintain the personal hygiene of that person, and we will make them like wear a good dress, so that they feel themselves good. Okay, that feeling we can bring into a patient. Then when we allow them to go to the washroom, toilet, we'll see that there will not be any bolt or lock latches in the room, so that they may lock themselves inside, then they harm themselves. Well, if the person is dehydrated, okay, then what we can do, we can start with the IV fluids. We'll ask them to provide, like we'll provide some oral food or fluids. If they if they don't take that, if they're not willing to take, then we can start with the IV fluid. Then definitely we need to create an environment which with a less stimulus, because if we have a good stimulus environment, it may poke the patient. In case if you find this aggressive patient has got any weapon in their hand, then don't make an attempt to go and fully take it out. So we should convince the patient to keep that weapon on the table, or else we can have a pillow in our hand, then we can go near to the patient, so that they may not harm ourselves, so we can protect ourselves as well as the patient. So these all are the measures what we can do to handle this violent aggressive patient when we receive them to the hospital. Okay, the next psychiatric emergency is panic disorders. Now, panic anxiety disorder that may be result from neurotic conditions, or now because of this panic means increased anxiety will be formed in the patient, where because of that it's difficult for the patient to lead a normal life. What we can do, definitely we can manage the patient. We'll give some anti-anxiety drug to the patient, we'll reassure the patient. If they're not taking oral food, then we will give IV fluids, certain medication to sedate the patient like diazepam can be given. Then acute induced drug induced extrapyramidal syndrome, Now, this EPS, extrapyramidal syndrome, can happen when the person is taking antipsychotic drug for the long duration. Once they'll consult to the doctor, doctor may say that you're suffering so and so problem, you take this antipsychotic. Then they don't go to the doctor at all. Same medication, same dose, they'll take it for a long duration, which actually not right. Now, when they take that, definitely that leads to a side effect. That's what called extrapyramidal syndrome. How we can manage? So we can immediately see the side effects. We'll ask the patient to stop taking medication immediately. Then we'll do the complete physical and mental examination of a patient. We'll check for the side effects. We will reassure the patient. We will start with the IV fluids, oxygen administration, or if any life-threatening conditions, then emergency medication. Yeah, admit the patient in hospital can be done. Then we'll start some psychological therapy to the patient. Next, victim of disaster. Now, here, if any person experiencing any kind of disaster, then that will create a problem in their life, like they are experiencing some flood, earthquake, some social crisis, war. All these things will make the person literally lose the hope of their life. They will not find a ray of hope in their life. In that case, now we need to provide accurate assistance to the patient. How we can manage? First, meet the patient, provide a psychological assurance to the client. If okay, now before that, if you see, because of this disaster, if any life threatening condition, yeah, if they are physically injured, then admit the patient in hospital, so that will provide a basic care to the patient. Start with the medication, oxygen administration, IV fluids, like in case of bowel and bladder problem, we can give catheter. All those things can be done. Then we will have a group therapy, psychological therapy, individual therapy to the patient. We will have a family counseling. We'll create a realistic approach to a patient, so that they are able to understand the reality what happened. We will train the patient to understand the fact and accept that. Okay, so that will help the patient to build a self confidence and motivation in their life, so that they will develop a feeling of something good. Otherwise, they may have a feeling of helplessness, hopelessness, worthlessness, feeling of guilt, anger, stress. Then, like more than this disaster, their life will be a worsened past part. So they may commit suicide. So to prevent all those things, we will have a better psychological support to a patient. Then we will have a rape victim. So this is another psychiatric emergency where it may be either girl or boy. Now, if you see the present society, we can see the increased rate of sexual harassment in girls, among girls. Now, anyone may have a like a sexual harassment against your will, so having a physical relationship against the will of that person. That's called a rape. Okay, now this rape victim, really they'll experience their psychological distress. We can see that they're having a feeling of guilt, like some kind of ashamed. They're not able to forget the fact, excessive fear. They may develop a delusional feelings. Now, how we can manage? Very important that we will have a complete physical examination of that particular person. We will rule for any sexual transmitted diseases. In case of females, we will give a medication to them next day morning to prevent that pregnancy, because first of all they experienced this harassment. In because of that, if they consume, then rearing that baby, it's just impossible. It's too difficult for them to face that aspect of life. So we will give a medication to prevent the pregnancies. Then definitely psychological assurance will be given for the patients. Okay, then we will have a delirium tremors. Now, delirium tremors may occur because of chronic, depending on a long term person is depending on alcohol, and it is withdrawal of it, they will withdraw themselves from particular substance. Okay, alcohol consumption they'll stop, then automatically they were getting this delirium tremors. What we can do? Immediately we will provide assistance to the patient. We will give IV fluids. We will start with the oral fluids, psychological support. If the person is so restless, person is you're not able to handle the patient, then we can give a diazepam to sedate the patient, so that they can get little relaxation. Then we can talk to a patient. Otherwise, it is too difficult to handle them. Okay. Then last what we can see is drug toxicity. Now, drug toxicity means a person is consuming excess of medication. Maybe sometimes it may happen by mistakenly, and sometimes chances are there person to end their life to commit suicide, they may take a more amount of tablets, instead of like taking one tablet, a bowl full of tablet they may take. It may be an attempt of committing suicide. In that case, immediately we will have to provide the reassurance to save the life of the patient. We'll admit them in hospital. We can give a stomach wash. We can administer the oxygen, IV fluids, provide some rest, calm and quiet environment, counseling, guidance, reassurance therapy. All these things can be done to a patient to improve their life, so that toxicity level can be ruled out. We'll do some blood examination, investigation. Based on that, we can give a referral services to the patient. So I would like to conclude that these all are the psychiatric emergencies where what we can study, like suicide, violent aggressive behavior, drug toxicity, drug induced extrapyramidal syndrome, delirium tremors, panic attack, and what else is disaster, victim of disaster, victim of rape. So these all are the different cases where we can see a person is experiencing psychiatric emergencies, and definitely we need to provide all this assistance to save their life. Okay, I hope you understood. If any doubt, as usual, please leave it in your comment box, so that I can, it will be helpful for me as well as you to improve my class. Until then, take care, keep studying. Bye. Thank you.